Hey there, welcome back. As we close out the year and head straight into January, a lot of people are watching their Social Security payments more closely than usual. The start of New Year always brings changes, but this one matters a little more because January is when new benefit amounts actually take effect. Not just on paper, but in real life. For some folks, that means a small bit of breathing room. For others, it raises new concerns about whether their income will stretch far enough with prices still feeling high. So, today we're talking about the Social Security payment schedule for January 2026, what dates to expect, what's changing as the year turns over, and what all of this could mean for you as we head into the new year together. And before we get too far into it, I want to ask you something simple, and you can answer this in the comments. As we head into the new year, what's the one thing that worries you most about your finances right now? Rising prices, healthcare costs, or just making sure your income stays steady? Even a short answer helps. And honestly, when people read through the comments, they realize they're not the only ones feeling this way. Now, let's get into what you probably came here for, the actual January 2026 payment dates, because some of them do look a little unusual this year. If you receive Supplemental Security Income, your January 2026 SSI payment is scheduled to arrive early on Wednesday, December 31st, 2025. This happens because January 1st is a federal holiday. So, the Social Security Administration sends that SSI payment on the last business day before the first of the month. If you see that deposit hit before the new year even starts, that is still your January payment. It's not extra money, it's not a duplicate, and it doesn't mean anything went wrong. It's just how the calendar works when holidays land on the 1st. Now, if you receive Social Security before May 1997, or receive both Social Security and SSI, your Social Security payment is scheduled for Friday, January 2nd, 2026. This group follows a different payment schedule, and that date stays consistent even with the holiday. For everyone else, Social Security payments are based on your birthday. If your birthday falls between the 1st and the 10th of the month, your payment arrives on Wednesday, January 14th. If your birthday falls between the 11th and the 20th, your payment arrives on Wednesday, January 21st. And if your birthday falls between the 21st and the 31st, your payment arrives on Wednesday, January 28th. So when you look at the full January lineup, SSI January payments arrive early on December 31st. Social Security payments for people who also receive SSI arrive on January 2nd. Then birthday-based payments arrive on January 14th, January 21st, and January 28th. There's one more calendar detail that's important to mention, especially for SSI recipients, because February 1st falls on a Sunday. The February SSI payment will also be paid early. That means SSI recipients will receive another payment on Friday, January 30th. So yes, some people will see two SSI payments appear close together in January. One is for January and the other is for February. It's not extra money, and it's very easy to accidentally spend it thinking it's a bonus. So it's something to be aware of when planning your budget. Also, most people on direct deposit will see their payments show up overnight or early in the morning on their scheduled date, depending on their bank. Direct express payments typically load the same day, though the exact timing can vary. If a payment doesn't arrive right away, Social Security usually recommends allowing a few business days before contacting them because banking delays do happen. Now, let's talk about the other big change tied to January, the cost of living adjustment. The 2026 cost of living adjustment is 2.8%. And for most Social Security beneficiaries, it begins with the January payment. On average, that works out to about $56 more per month for retired workers. For people receiving SSDI or survivor benefits, the increase varies based on their current benefit amount. For some people, that increase helps. It might cover part of a grocery bill, a utility increase, or a prescription. But for others, it doesn't feel like much of a raise at all, and there's a reason for that. Medicare Part B premiums increased for 2026, rising to $22.90 per month. For many people, that premium is deducted directly from their Social Security check. So, while your gross benefit goes up, the amount you actually receive after Medicare may not increase by as much as you expected. Now, there's a protection called the hold harmless rule that prevents many beneficiaries from seeing their Social Security checks go down because of Medicare premium increases. But that protection doesn't apply to everyone. New enrolls and some higher income beneficiaries may feel the increase more directly. That's why two people can receive the same COLA percentage and still have very different experiences in January. At the same time, how people interact with Social Security is changing. The agency has been pushing toward a more digital-first approach, encouraging people to handle routine tasks online whenever possible. The goal is to reduce wait times, improve efficiency, and cut down on fraud. For many people, online access makes things easier. You can update direct deposit, download benefit letters, and manage your account without driving to an office or sitting on hold. Phone and office wait times have improved compared to past years, especially for people with appointments. But there are concerns too. The agency has been working toward reducing the number of in-person field office visits. For people who struggle with technology, don't have reliable internet, or need face-to-face help to resolve complicated issues, this shift can feel stressful. Also, staffing adds another layer of concern. There have been reports of workforce reductions and the potential loss of experienced employees. Supporters say technology can absorb more routine work. Critics worry that fewer staff combined with stricter rules could make it harder for people who need personal assistance. Fraud prevention is another major focus. Social Security has tightened identity verification. Pausing for a moment to share something important with you. We've partnered with Chapter, a service we feel confident recommending for clear, honest Medicare help. They'll connect you with a licensed advisor, compare every Medicare plan in your area, and help you save money. Most people save around $100 to $100 a year. It's free, and their care advocate team is there to support you even after you signed up. Call 615-639-1937 or visit askchapter.org/money using the link in the comments below. Let's get going for phone claims and changes to direct deposit. Scams targeting Social Security benefits are very real, and stronger security helps protect people. But stronger security can also mean more steps, more paperwork, or even an in-person visit for legitimate beneficiaries. Balancing security with access remains one of the biggest challenges. Though there's some good news heading into 2026. The Social Security Fairness Act continues to be implemented, ending the windfall elimination provision and the government pension offset. These rules reduced or eliminated benefits from many people who also receive pensions from work not covered by Social Security, including many teachers, firefighters, police officers, and other public workers. Millions of payments have already been issued, including retroactive adjustments. For people affected by those provisions, this can mean a meaningful increase in monthly income. For many families, it feels like a long overdue correction. At the same time, long-term funding remains a concern. Social Security's trust fund is projected to face depletion in the early 2030s if Congress doesn't act. That doesn't mean benefits disappear, but it could mean across-the-board reductions in the future. Lawmakers continue to debate solutions, but no final agreement has been reached yet. Another issue that continues to affect households is overpayment recovery. If Social Security determines that someone was overpaid, the agency can withhold part of future benefits to recover that money. For people living close to the edge, that can feel overwhelming, especially when the overpayment wasn't caused by fraud, but by reporting delays or administrative errors. All of this is happening while inflation, though lower than its peak, is still affecting everyday costs like food, housing, and insurance. Many people feel that their sense of financial pressure hasn't eased as much as the headlines suggest. You may also hear discussion about possible tariff rebate checks, sometimes described as $2,000 payments. At this point, those remain proposals, not guaranteed payments, and they aren't something to rely on when planning your monthly budget. So, As January approaches, here are a few practical reminders. Put your payment date on your calendar. If you receive SSI and C payments close together, remember one of them is for the following month. Double-check your account information if you're able, and slow down anytime someone contacts you claiming to be Social Security, because real representatives won't threaten you or demand immediate payment. Social Security is still doing what it's meant to do, sending payments on time to millions of people. But how easy it is to get help, how secure the system feels, and how far your dollars stretch are the things shaping confidence right now. So, I'll leave you with this. As we head into 2026, do you feel cautiously hopeful, still worried, or somewhere in between about the future of Social Security? Share how you're feeling in the comments, because your voice helps others feel less alone. And if these monthly updates help you stay informed, go ahead and like the video so more people can find it. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next update, because more changes are coming. I'll be right here, helping you make sense of them. Thanks for spending a little time with me today. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you again soon.